Alright, so today I'm going to be drinking Dr. Pepper made with real sugar for the first time. As a fan of sodas made with real sugar and as a fan of Dr. Pepper, I have wanted to try real sugar Dr. Pepper for quite a long time. I've heard really good things about it after all. But is real sugar Dr. Pepper really all that good? Well, I don't know, and finding that out is the exact goal of this video today. How will it be? What will it be like? And will it be worth the money I spent? I don't know, but I'm looking forward to finding out. And I really do hope that this Dr. Pepper right here in my hand right now was worth the money I spent on it, because I spent a little bit over $3 on this bottle of real sugar Dr. Pepper. And for that price, I only got 355 milliliters of real sugar Dr. Pepper. That's not a lot of soda for the price, frankly put, and so as such, I really do hope that this stuff right here is, frankly put, just next level. I do suppose, without further ado, I should probably go ahead and quickly cover the packaging of the Dr. Pepper bottle that I have with me today. After all, it's a little bit different than normal Dr. Pepper bottles that you find at Walmart and stuff like that. Then after that, I'm thinking I should probably go ahead and get the cap all off, go ahead and smell the Dr. Pepper within, and once I'm done smelling the Dr. Pepper, I'm gonna go ahead and take a sip of real sugar Dr. Pepper for the very first time, find out just how it is, what it's like, and what I think of it, and find out what the differences are between this and a normal bottle of Dr. Pepper. And once I'm done drinking, once I've had my fill of Dr. Pepper, I will then give you guys my final thoughts on real sugar Dr. Pepper, let you guys know whether I think it's worth the money or not, and I will then give it a rating as well. But first off, as said, we need to cover the look of the bottle of this Dr. Pepper right here. And we can see we get a really nice, more retro styled than not glass bottle with retro designs all around it. Of course, since this is a real sugar bottle of Dr. Pepper, but due to the fact that real sugar sodas don't really exist in any real way in the United States these days anymore, they're going for more of a retro-esque design like you would see from Mexican Coca-Cola or the real sugar Pepsi. And overall, I think that this bottle looks very good. I think it's a great looking bottle, frankly put, and I really like what they've done with it design-wise, although it's not quite as iconic to me as the normal Dr. Pepper that I'm used to, just simply because this is more of a retro design than not, and that's not what I personally grew up with. Let's go ahead and start off at the very top of the bottle, though, where we can see a burgundy, sort of wine-colored red cap with, of course, the iconic Dr. Pepper logo on it right there. That is not a retro-styled logo. That is the Dr. Pepper logo that I believe has been getting used for quite a long time now, but not since the introduction of Dr. Pepper by any means. So this is more of a modern Dr. Pepper logo, letting us know that this is, in fact, a modern bottle of Dr. Pepper, but that it's in a retro-styled casing and everything like that kind of thing. But we see the iconic Dr. Pepper logo just right there. And then on the side of the cap, we get some information and whatnot. This is indeed a twist-off cap, as we can see. And it also just says, bottled by Dr. Pepper Bottling Co., West Jefferson, North Carolina, 28694 under the authority of Dr. Pepper 7-Up Inc., and then it just goes on to say the address of Dr. Pepper 7-Up Inc. So this bottle right here was specifically bottled in North Carolina, where I'm from, which I love to hear because I am a proud North Carolinian, if I do say so myself. But that's really all that's going on the cap itself. Really nothing too crazy, too special going on. It's just a normal twist-off cap for this bottle, and overall the bottle itself just looks like a pretty normal glass soda bottle. No crazy sort of embossment on the glass itself or details on the glass itself that say Dr. Pepper or anything like that kind of thing, although that is something that I do hope they introduce in the future. Right up here we can see a sticker with a clear backing that just says in red with a white background, made with real sugar. just right there. And then below that, we get another sticker right here on the real grunt, on the real body of the bottle. Once again, this has a clear background, and we can see there is a circle design right here with a border of white, and there's a little bit of that sort of Dr. Pepper red right here, a little bit of it right there as well. And we can see it just says 10, 2, 4 in white on that red. I'm not sure what significance those numbers have, but maybe they do have some significance, although I'm not exactly sure what. This almost looks like a street sign design, in my personal opinion, as there is a red line in the very center of it. Or not a red line, I said that wrong. There's a white line in the very center of it. So it almost looks like a do not enter roadway, like road sign or something like that kind of thing, which I think is a cool aspect. Almost looks like a road sign or a railway sign or something like that. Very cool in my personal opinion. I like that aspect of the bottle. Just says Dr. Pepper right there in a very stylized retro-esque design. Now this is the retro Dr. Pepper design that I have seen online before, and overall, you know, it's a more retro design for the text than not, if you ask me. And below all of this right here, we just get a dark red, almost sort of burgundy, just rectangle. And on that, in white, it just says established 1885, which is the year Dr. Pepper as a brand first came about. And then under that, in white, it just says 12 fluid ounces, 355 milliliters. We get the calories in each bottle, which is 150 calories per bottle, just right there. And that's pretty much all that's going on with the front of this bottle. Really, nothing too crazy by any means, I will admit. Nothing too insane going on. It really is just a retro-styled, simple design. One that I think is clean, one that I think is recognizable, but one that is not recognizable to me, as I'm simply not used to seeing these on shelves of stores near me. And this is just simply put a design that I'm not used to as a whole. I'm used to the more modern, post-2000s Dr. Pepper design. This is a design that is far before my time, but due to that, it's got a really nice retro vintage look to it. Do I personally think that this bottle of retro-styled Dr. Pepper looks just as retro-styled and just as nice as, like, let's say, Mexican Coca-Cola, for example? I think Mexican Coca-Cola has a little bit more stylization to it, personally speaking, and I think from a pure packaging perspective, due to the uniqueness of the bottle, with its different shape and everything like that kind of thing, it's a little bit more of a unique packaging decision, whereas this, on the other hand, it looks like they just took a glass soda bottle and put a bunch of labels on it and made those labels look retro, and they just kind of were like, okay, that's good enough for us kind of thing. I'd love to see some sort of retro-styled actual glass bottle or something like that kind of thing that is unique to real sugar Dr. Pepper, and maybe if more people end up purchasing this product, that will happen in the future. Can't say anything for sure, of course, though, but I think this is a good medium choice kind of thing. I think that this was a good medium choice for them because they don't want to commit too much to making a product that a lot of people probably aren't going to buy. 99.9% of people who drink Dr. Pepper are going to drink the normal high fructose corn syrup modern version, not this one. And so why would they commit resources that they could commit somewhere else to designing a bottle that is really unique and everything like that kind of thing? Coca-Cola thought it was worthwhile, but obviously Dr. Pepper 7-Up did not, and I understand their business practice, although it would be something nice to see in the future. I'm getting my words all jumbled up. I think I need a little bit of Dr. Pepper, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. But overall, yeah, that is the front of the bottle. Overall, nice, simple, retro design. Not as good of a look, in my personal opinion, as the Mexican Coca-Cola, but I would have to say equally as good of a look as the real sugar Pepsi, if you ask me. Moving on from the front of the bottle, though, we can see we go to the back, and the back is much more modern than not. All of the nutrition facts that are required, all of the ingredients and the barcode and stuff right there as well. We get overall a red backing with white text all on it, and the nutrition facts just read serving size 1 bottle, calories per serving is 150. We get 0 grams of total fat, 55 milligrams of sodium, 40 grams of total carbohydrates, and 39 grams of total sugars, making for the 40 grams of total carbohydrates, which is a good amount of sugar for 355 milliliters, if I do say so myself. protein 0 grams. We get some CACRV stuff right there, just says please recycle. Under that we get the barcode, and then over here we just get the ingredients, and it just reads carbonated water, sugar, of course, no high fructose corn syrup, it's sugar, but we get carbonated water, sugar, caramel color, phosphoric acid, natural and artificial flavors, sodium benzoate, and we also get caffeine as well. And then under that, it just says produced under the authority of Dr. Pepper 7-Up Inc. And then it just says copyright 2019 Dr. Pepper 7-Up. Caffeine content is 41 milligrams per 12 fluid ounces. And then we actually get a warning as well. I can't say I've actually ever seen a warning on a glass bottle of soda before, but it just says contents under pressure, bottle may burst or cap may blow off, causing eye or other serious injury, point away from face and people, especially while opening. I've actually never seen a warning like that on a bottle of soda before, so that is pretty interesting to see. But yeah, that's really all that's going on with the overall look of this bottle. Nothing too crazy, nothing too crazy. And of course, within the bottle, we can see the Dr. Pepper itself is very dark. Of course, it looks like normal, modern Dr. Pepper. What are y'all thinking though? Is it time to go ahead and get the cap all off? And is it time to go ahead and take a smell of real sugar Dr. Pepper for the very first time? I think it very much is. And so as such, without further ado, let's go ahead and do just that. Let's see how easily this is to twist off. I don't want to use my hand though, because just twisting it just a little bit, I know for sure that my hand is going to be in pain if I try twisting this off with my hand. So I am instead going to grab a towel that I have out here with me. It was raining a bit before this video, so I brought a towel out here with me to dry off the chair I'm sitting in right now, and I'm going to use this to get this open. And there we go, just like that. It has opened up. We're getting a little bit of fizzing at the very top right there, but nothing too crazy. Go ahead and just twist this off the rest of the way. Very easy. I would reckon you probably can't put this cap back on, but maybe you can try. Maybe you can try. I'm not going to try, though, because I'm drinking this entire bottle today because I want some Dr. Pepper, let me tell y'all what. Before I go ahead and take a smell, let's go ahead and grab myself a little bit of a thumbnail real quick. I do think I did forget to grab myself a little bit of a thumbnail. Where'd that cap go? Let me grab that. Let me grab that so I can get a thumbnail with the cap on, because I completely forgot to do that. How did I forget to grab a thumbnail? I very much did. Here I was saying that I wasn't going to put the cap back on, and yet here I am doing exactly that. Let's grab myself a little bit of a thumbnail real quick before I go ahead and get to drinking. I was just so laser focused on wanting to drink some real sugar Dr. Pepper that I forgot to get a thumbnail for the video. That's a very important thing that I should not forget to do. Well, hopefully one of those will work as a thumbnail for the video. Without further ado, let's go ahead and now get the cap off once again, and let's go ahead and smell real sugar Dr. Pepper for the very first time. And overall, I can definitely say it smells like Dr. Pepper, but it absolutely smells less syrupy, corn syrupy. It definitely smells less corn syrupy. Like, this absolutely smells like Dr. Pepper, like I'm getting a sweet, slightly fruity, I would say slightly spicy sort of scent. But normally in that scent, in high fructose corn syrup Dr. Pepper, you would also get a sort of syrupy sweet scent as well. And while I am very much getting a sweet scent from this beverage right here, it's not syrupy sweet. It's just sugary sweet, which is something that, of course, I like very much, as this is indeed real sugar Dr. Pepper. But yeah, overall smell-wise, this very much does smell like normal Dr. Pepper, in my opinion, just without the high fructose corn syrup scent. it smells like Dr. Pepper made with real sugar to me. Well, what are y'all thinking though? Is it time to go ahead and try real sugar Dr. Pepper for the very first time? Is it time to find out if real sugar Dr. Pepper is really as good as people say it actually is? I think it is. And so as such, without further ado, let's go ahead and get to drinking. Yes, sir, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? Cheers, y'all. I will never be able to drink normal Dr. Pepper the same way ever again. That's so good. Wow. Yeah, that's so good. That is so good. That is really good. So I've tried real sugar Coca-Cola and real sugar Pepsi before. And don't get me wrong, I like both of them. I appreciate both of them, and I'm very glad that they're products that are available on the market today. But in my opinion, with both of those, when compared to drinking the high fructose corn syrup modern version of them, it feels like something is missing to an extent. More so with the real sugar Pepsi than with real sugar Coca-Cola, in my personal opinion. But without that high fructose corn syrup, for some reason, in real sugar Coca-Cola and Pepsi, it just feels like something is not there. Something is missing. And of course, that something is the high fructose corn syrup, but it just doesn't have the same hit as the high fructose corn syrup version kind of thing. It really does feel like something is just missing, and you're drinking it and you're like, man, something's off, but I can't quite pinpoint what. Like, it's really good, but I can't pinpoint what is off. With this, on the other hand, it's just Dr. Pepper with real sugar. Like, nothing is missing. Nothing is off. It's just Dr. Pepper made with real sugar. That's what real sugar Dr. Pepper is. It is exactly what you would think it is, kind of thing. It is literally just Dr. Pepper made with real sugar. Oh, this is so good. That is really solid. That is really solid. Oh my goodness. I would say, if I was going to list pure differences, I normally drink Dr. Pepper either out of a 500 milliliter can, a 350 milliliter can, or out of a 591 milliliter bottle. That's the high fructose corn syrup version. So those are the Dr. Peppers I normally drink. And in my opinion, Dr. Pepper out of a can is a little bit more spicy than it is out of a plastic bottle. And in my opinion, the glass bottle, the real sugar version of Dr. Pepper, is the least spicy out of all Dr. Pepper I've tried so far. I think due to the real sugar, it has a slight creaminess to it rather than a syrupiness to it. And I think that creaminess really does tone down the spiciness just a little bit. There's still a little bit in there, but it's not as prevalent as it is, especially with the 350 milliliter or 500 milliliter canned Dr. Peppers. Man, this stuff is solid. This stuff is really good. Yeah, flavor-wise, overall, it tastes like Dr. Pepper, just less spicy and a lot less syrupy than what you would get from the corn syrup version kind of thing. I'm going to go ahead and say, I haven't even finished off the bottle yet, but I'm going to go and say it. I think the real sugar Dr. Pepper is probably my favorite modern real sugar soda I've ever tried. I like it more than the Mexican Coca-Cola. I like it more than the real sugar, like Pepsi kind of thing. And really the only competition that the real sugar Dr. Pepper has, in my opinion at least, are true boutique sodas that are designed for real sugar and have always been made with real sugar. Let's say IBC root beer, for example, or Boylan sodas like Boylan ginger ale and Boylan, there's another one, Boylan root beer as well, kind of thing. I would say that the most comparable product to the real sugar Dr. Pepper when it comes to other real sugar sodas isn't the real sugar Pepsi or Mexican Coca-Cola that's made with real sugar. It's instead actually like the Boylan root beer and the IBC root beer as well kind of thing. Those are, in my opinion, the two most similar beverages to real sugar Dr. Pepper. So even if you don't like, for example, the real sugar Pepsi or the real sugar Coca-Cola, but you do like IBC root beer or Boylan sodas, I think this is definitely going to be to your personal preference. And now that I'm really thinking about it, I didn't think about it like before I started drinking when I was going over the packaging. But now that I really think about it, this look, overall, it's less similar to real sugar Pepsi and real sugar Coca-Cola and more similar to IBC root beer or Boylan, in my opinion. Maybe I'm misremembering, I don't know, but I kind of feel like they're going for more of a boutique soda version and trying to compete with boutique sodas like Boylan rather than trying to compete with Coca-Cola and Pepsi. I kind of feel like that's what they're trying to do. Maybe I'm misconstruing this, but I don't know. That's kind of my personal take. Really dang good, though. Really dang good, though. Absolutely, genuinely, no complaints on my behalf. Overall, real sugar Dr. Pepper is very solid. Now, I want to get the full flavor. I'm getting more jumbled up. I want to get the full plate. I did it again. I'm gonna have one of these. Now I want to get the full flavor profile from the real sugar Dr. Pepper. So I'm going to kind of let myself sit on the flavor for a moment, experience the aftertaste, and then after that I'm going to continue drinking. The bottle of real sugar Dr. Pepper, it is pricey. It cost me a little bit over like $3 at a store. And if you look at how much they are for like a 12, on Amazon, the price is just crazy kind of thing. The price is just absolutely insane. I don't know this for sure, but I feel like I've heard that real sugar Dr. Pepper is cheaper at the Dr. Pepper Museum in Waco, Texas. And I do wonder if the main reason why they make real sugar Dr. Pepper is so they can sell it at the Dr. Pepper Museum in Waco, Texas, which is a museum that I absolutely do want to visit as a Dr. Pepper enthusiast. I've never been to anywhere in Texas outside of Dallas, Fort Worth before. And the reason why I was in Dallas, Fort Worth was because I was flying through there. I definitely need to visit more of Texas, I'm not gonna lie. And whenever I do, I need to visit Waco to visit the Dr. Pepper Museum. I'll just have to make sure I'm careful and that I don't bring too many cigarettes across the border with me. I wouldn't want the ATF to come at me in Waco, Texas, that's for sure. They don't play with that stuff, from what I've heard. Really good, though. Just so solid as a whole. Just, frankly put, a really good soda. Yeah, real sugar Dr. Pepper. There's no better way of describing it than just, it's good. It's just really good kind of thing. And it is, I would have to say, my favorite real sugar version of a name brand soda. I mean, like, Dr. Pepper is the second best-selling soda in the United States right now as I'm recording the video. It is, without a doubt, a name brand soda. It might have not been for the entirety of its existence, like Coca-Cola and Pepsi kind of have been to a pretty real degree, but it very much is today. And as far as real name brand sodas go, and as far as the real sugar versions of them go, personally for me, I really do feel like Mexican Coca-Cola, don't get me wrong, I really like it, it's really good, but there's something missing from the recipe that they put into the high fructose corn syrup bottles and cans and stuff like that kind of thing. There's something missing from the real sugar Coca-Cola, and I feel the same way about the real sugar Pepsi, now that I'm really thinking about it kind of thing. But to me at least, there's really nothing missing from the real sugar Dr. Pepper. Like, if you're somebody who drinks Dr. Pepper for the spice, it is worth acknowledging that out of a bottle, in my opinion, out of the glass bottle, the real sugar Dr. Pepper is definitely less spicy than Dr. Pepper out of a can, or even the high fructose corn syrup Dr. Pepper out of a plastic bottle kind of thing. It's less spicy, it's less heavily carbonated in my personal opinion as well, and that's something else that I needed to mention. Excuse me. But it really doesn't feel like anything is missing. It feels like this is just a real sugar version of normal Dr. Pepper kind of thing. And that is the best thing I could possibly say about real sugar Dr. Pepper in my personal opinion. Dr. Pepper, it's already a perfect soda, and they've just made it more perfect with this because there's no high fructose corn syrup in it. Yeah, if I had to say differences between real sugar Dr. Pepper and high fructose corn syrup modern blend Dr. Pepper, I would say, one, of course, you get a significantly less syrupy corn syrup taste and mouthfeel. Two, there is less spice overall when compared to other Dr. Pepper, whether it be in a can or in a bottle, as long as it's high fructose corn syrup. There's less of a spice flavor in my personal opinion. And three, the carbonation is not quite as intense. There's less carbonation, and due to that, you get a more creamy flavor in my personal opinion. So overall, the flavor of real sugar Dr. Pepper is, if you ask me, very much that of a sweet, sugary, slightly fruity, spicy flavor with a slight undertone of brown sugar and cream. So yeah, sweet, fruity, a little bit of spice, brown sugar, a little bit of caramel, cream. I would say is what the flavor of the real sugar Dr. Pepper is. Less spice, more cream, less carbonation, but overall, a very solid beverage. A very, very, very solid beverage. And one that I'm going to say is, yeah, I've said this before during this video. I've said this previously. Real sugar Dr. Pepper is my favorite real sugar version of a name brand soda in the United States. No question in my mind. That's just fact. That's just fact. But is it actually worth the price, though? And that's a different story. In my local area, I can get a 6-pack of bottled Dr. Pepper for $5.50, round about $5.50 for a 6-pack of bottled 591 milliliter high fructose corn syrup Dr. Pepper kind of thing. That's less than $1 a bottle. This was over $3 for one 355 milliliter bottle. Now, don't get me wrong, this product is really good. But I could not drink this as a replacement to, frankly put, normal Dr. Pepper. It's just too expensive. It's too expensive. If this was offered at $1 a bottle, I would legitimately, more than likely, drink this over bottled Dr. Pepper. Maybe not over canned Dr. Pepper, because I do like having the spice from canned Dr. Pepper every once in a while. I will not deny. I do like the spicy flavor you get from canned Dr. Peppers every once in a while. But when compared to bottled Dr. Pepper, I do think I could drink this as a replacement if it was more affordable. But for the price it's currently offered at, frankly put, I just cannot see myself buying real sugar Dr. Pepper on any sort of routine basis. It really is going to be a special occasion soda for me, or something to drink just when I'm really wanting a fancy beverage. This is not something I can drink on a routine basis just simply due to the affordability of the real sugar Dr. Peppers, but it's something I'm very glad to have tried. And if you guys are Dr. Pepper fans and haven't tried real sugar Dr. Pepper yet, it's something that I would say you should probably go ahead and do kind of thing. And even if you're not normally a fan of Dr. Pepper, but you are a fan of, like, let's say, the Mexican Coca-Cola, or of the real sugar Pepsi or something like that. I think the real sugar Dr. Pepper might be worth your time just to try and see if you like it kind of thing. Overall, a very, very, very good soda. My absolute favorite version of a real sugar name brand soda out there right now. But I can't say it's worth the price. I personally don't think Mexican Coca-Cola is worth the price either, I'll admit. Real sugar Pepsi is the exact same price as normal Pepsi though. And so that's absolutely worth the price. Yeah, no joke. In my local area, real sugar Pepsi is the same price as normal Pepsi. And so it's absolutely worth the money for what you get. But this at $3 a bottle is just too much. It's just too much. Now, if they ever started selling this in cans or in glass bottles for about $1 a pop, or a comparable price to just normal Dr. Pepper, I think it would totally be worth the price. But at over $3 per bottle, it's just too dang much. It's just too dang much. This is something that I absolutely want to drink more of again in the future. It's something that I will be drinking more of again in the future, but I won't be drinking real sugar Dr. Pepper all that often, just simply due to the price of it. But very, very, very solid in my personal opinion. Very enjoyable soda, and one, that I'm very glad to have tried for the very first time today. Yeah. This is really good. This is really good. Absolutely no complaints on my behalf. Ooh. I'm going to finish this and then have the rest of it, I do think. What is the rating I want to give real sugar Dr. Pepper? My only critique I have on it is that I would like it to be a little bit more spicy. But I don't really think that's going to happen, just simply due to the fact that there's not high fructose corn syrup in it, and just simply due to the fact that there's less carbonation as well, because I think the carbonation is what makes that spicy flavor in cans of Dr. Pepper. And so if they were going to make a real sugar Dr. Pepper that was more spicy, they would have to add more carbonation kind of thing, and that would require adjustment to the recipe to a pretty decent degree from what I would hazard a guess. As such, yeah, my only critique is just that I would like it to be more spicy. That's the only critique. It's just a little bit too creamy for what I'm used to from Dr. Pepper, but it's still a very good soda. And overall, irregardless of price, we're going to do a rating that is not taking price into consideration today. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Yeah, real sugar Dr. Pepper. I'm going to say it's a 9 out of 10. There's a little bit of room for improvement, but it is, for me at least, the best real sugar soda I've tried of a name brand soda in the United States so far. Yeah. Overall, very solid, very enjoyable. And a soda I'm very glad to have tried today, and one that, in my opinion, deserves the 9 out of 10 for experience. Too expensive for what it is in my personal opinion. It is too expensive, but it is very solid nonetheless. And that was all I had to my real sugar Dr. Pepper. Man, oh man, very glad to have finally tried a real sugar Dr. Pepper for the very first time today. Overall, would I buy another bottle of real sugar Dr. Pepper? Yes, absolutely, 100%. Did I enjoy drinking the bottle that I had today? Yes, absolutely, 100%. Will I buy bottles of the real sugar Dr. Pepper on a routine basis? No, it's too expensive for me to do that. But really solid nonetheless, and I think it deserves a very solid 9 out of 10. And so as such, I'm giving a 9 out of 10 to the real sugar Dr. Pepper kind of thing. It's very solid. It's very solid, and it's something that I really enjoy. And as said, really my only critiques are that I would like it to have a little bit more carbonation and a little bit more of a spicy flavor. That's about it, though. It very much is just Dr. Pepper with real sugar. That's very much what it is. And overall, I really like it. And so as such, absolutely no complaints on my behalf. 9 out of 10 for real sugar Dr. Pepper. To answer the question I posed at the beginning of this video, is real sugar Dr. Pepper really all that good? Yes, it is. Well, I think that's just about all I had to say for this video today. Hope you guys have enjoyed watching. If you guys have enjoyed watching, of course, make sure to like and subscribe. Also, make sure to check out my new poetry book, Poems to Read While Smoking Cigarettes, which is out and available now. It's available for $14.99 on Amazon. You can find the link in the description and comments down below, and also on screen right now. Until the next one, y'all, stay safe and peace, and have a great one.